Welcome to Sip and Spills. We have a story today of an individual who were born with both parts. I think it's called her hermaphrodite. I think that's it. I believe that's it. Um, let's get into it. Let me hear y'all opinions in the comments, okay? All right.
This is Morgan. She fell in love with Curtis.
I was born an intersex woman, and that is when you're born with female and male parts.
After sharing their romance online, people questioned Morgan's identity.
People think sometimes my husband is gay because I'm intersex. Someone said, that's a man we know. Girl, go seek help. Dude in a dress with the gut. That was when I was pregnant.
What are you making, honey?
Chicken and rice.
Oh, yummy.
I'm Morgan Aaliyah.
And I'm Curtis Williams.
People always make the wrong assumptions about our relationship. They have a lot of opinions, unfair opinions. We met on a dating app, and I was at work, and he reached out to me, and I was just so happened on break. And I replied to his message. We met after work, and we literally just talked all night long. And he was very polite, just a gentleman, and that's what first attracted me to him. We met on a Monday. On a Friday, we were engaged. I would say we get a lot of love and a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Some people that don't agree with us, but as long as we love each other, that's all that matters. I was born a hermaphrodite, intersex woman, and that is when you're born with female and male parts. I do have ovaries. I have the same full-on everything, and you can either conceive or you can get someone pregnant. It's weird, but it's how I was born. I've come to love it. Growing up, my mom, she raised me as her son, and it was tough with that because I felt forced. I felt like I was kind of pretending to be something that I didn't feel. I just felt more woman. So she raised me as her son up until I was able to go to college and live on campus. And that's when I found more of my woman and really just grew as Morgan Aaliyah. You can look at some photos. This is me when I was little. I think I was like 1 or 2.
Okay.
And that's my mom.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. School pictures. The guy that was taking my picture, I think a fluid dropped out of his nose, and that's why I made that. And that was like my picture for like the next 3 years. Growing up, I didn't feel like I really fit in with any, like, just anybody, girl or boy. And yeah, it wasn't until I got into my adult years when I was able to go to the doctor on my own and do more research and learn to embrace my woman in me.
I thought she was a catfish. And she thought the same thing about me.
Yes, I think.
I thought, she pretty, I got to talk to her. I didn't think she was gonna text back. We met for the first time after she told me, right?
Yeah. And we just talked, got to know each other a little bit more. I just explained to him my body.
Well, I was cool with it. I'm not judgmental and everything. And I said, yeah, that's me.
People think that he's attracted to males, but he's not. He's just okay with me being different and understanding that I do have both parts, that I am more feminine than anything else. I like this one.
Mm-hmm. That one.
Yeah. So a few of the comments that I've received, someone said, that's a man we know. And someone said, girl, go seek help. dude in a dress with a gut. That was when I was pregnant. My experience with pregnancy, we found out when we moved to a new city. I was in shock. We were really excited. We prayed for that baby, and we tried to, I'm like getting emotional, sorry. Went to different doctors. I got turned down at multiple different clinics. Most doctors were like, we can refer you here, but we can't see you. And to be pregnant and to not get help, to not get checkups, it was just a lot going on. I was nauseous, had very bad pains, and we did lose our baby. And it was just, it was just a lot to deal with that. We'll have our chance again with parenthood. I guess God was not ready for us to be parents. A lot of people doubted, that I was intersex. People would say like, oh, those are two men. A lot of people have doubted that we're even together for real. People have doubted that my pregnancy was fake. People were saying, oh, she just has a beer belly, or how can this be? My belly did not look the same. The things I went through weren't the same. The way the baby was going to be birthed wasn't going to be the same. I was going to have to get a C-section. A lot of people have reached out to me, telling me that they're also intersex, and by me speaking up has allowed them to feel heard, allowed them to feel like they matter. And like my story really just helped a lot of people kind of come out the closet with hiding. Everyone has their own opinion. There's miserable people in the world, and misery loves company. We've overcome a lot. I feel like it's definitely brought us closer. We just get stronger and stronger every day.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's ride, Clyde. I feel like God wanted me to share my experience, and it opened doors for so many people like me, to know like you can get pregnant, it's possible to have a baby.
I'm glad to be here with my beautiful wife, and I enjoy this day with you, baby.
I love you.
I love you too.
I exist, and this is my story, He makes me feel safe. He makes me feel happy. He makes me feel like I'm here, alive. We don't want to give up on each other.
If people ignore me or don't like who I'm dating, I only can just ignore them and pray for them.
It was a spider on you. Sorry. Come on, honey. Smooches.
Gotcha.
To death do us part. Like, this is gonna work for the rest of our life.
Well, guys, that's the end of this video. What do you think? You can see clearly that she was pregnant. And if she have the ovaries and the tubes, it's definitely possible. Okay. She has both body parts. It's a lot of people that's born that way. They just don't speak on it, and they go ahead and live their life with whatever, whichever side resonates more. Okay. Now, as far as Morgan looks more like a male. It's probably why his mom raised him as a male. Okay. He probably started really identifying a little later, like he said, it felt different, So he probably started identifying or feeling more of the other side as he gotten older. I'm a little confused. Not really confused because I don't know anyone like that, but we've seen it. Everyone have seen there's been people born like that. I mean, you have people with, I'm not saying this is a birth defect, but you have people who's born with birth defects. So why couldn't this be another way people are born? I think it's cruel, the comments that the people are giving, but people have their opinion and they're going to state them. I am glad that the both of them can take it, can handle it, okay? Now, as far as Chris, I believe his name is Chris, he seems a little quirky to me, a little uncomfortable, and I'm just going to give my thoughts on it. I think Chris was interested in trans already. That's just my thoughts. I could be wrong, okay? It's just my opinion. Don't come in the comments trying to go off on me or none of that. I have no ill feeling towards the gay community whatsoever. I have cousins who are trans and gay and live that way, and I love them to death. I don't care what their preference is. It has nothing to do with me, okay? They are still my blood, my family, and I love them. And they're still people. They're still human beings. And let me say this. Who are you, who's in their comments being nasty and rude, to determine how Morgan feels on the inside? That's the thing we need to be careful with. We don't know how that type of an individual feels on the inside, okay? We don't know. Now, how we do know is how they starts to expose it. Like for Morgan, for instance, she started exposing her more female side, okay? So that's more of her interest. I think they're a beautiful couple. They love each other. They're comfortable with how things are. It should not matter to anyone else whatsoever. And now those doctors, they wrong. I don't understand why they say they could not give her care. I don't understand. She's born with both parts, both body parts, okay? A doctor has been trained in both body parts, okay? Whether they on the same body or separate body. If she is pregnant, I don't understand why you couldn't give her prenatal care. Why you could not check the baby. When I have one child. I have a daughter. She's grown, okay? But when I did have her, yes, I had natural birth. But during prenatal, I had prenatal care as well. When I went to the doctor, the heart rate was checked. They measured the baby. Of course, you have to get your little sugar test, your, the other tests and stuff. I can't think of all of them right now. You get all those. Okay, so I don't understand how come they couldn't do that with Morgan. That was discrimination. She lost that baby, and I will find some way out how to sue them. Because that was that. You guys have a nice day. Don't allow anyone to steal your joy. And let me know how you feel about Morgan and Chris. Try not to be too disrespectful, okay? Morgan can't help how she feel. And Chris loves who he loves. That's that. But you are welcome to state your opinion. And I love reading the comments, okay? I like to read. I'm a reader. Like I said, don't let anyone steal your joy, and have a great day. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to jump back on here and make a correction. His name is Curtis, okay? I don't want y'all coming for me in them comments, all right? All right.